Hi, my friends. How are you today? Well, I am sitting outside because it is a beautiful day that God has given us, and I hope that you are enjoying the beautiful weather too. I have a book that I wanted to read to you today. It is The Night Peter Cried, and the author is Larry Burgdorf, and the illustrator, the person that drew the pictures, is Dani Jones. The man called Simon Peter was a very special man because there were 12 men whom Jesus chose, and Peter then was one of those. He'd been a skillful fisherman, but now a thrilling life began. You used to fish for fish, Christ said, but now you'll fish for men instead. He meant that Peter and the rest would learn to do their very best to try to bring all the people to the only God who's really true. There's the picture. We have fishermen on that page and Jesus, and he's already has some followers. His life was changed from that time on. The things he did before were gone. He followed Jesus everywhere. Where Jesus was, he too was there. Now Peter saw some things that he would not have thought could ever be. He saw him heal the sick and blind and cure disease of every kind. He saw him still a storm at sea and walk on water easily. He saw him glow with glorious light when they were on a mountain height. And Peter is, when he says him, he's talking about Jesus. See, you've got Jesus in the picture, and looks like he's helping a sick man. And these men behind him are his helpers or disciples. He saw 5,000 people fed. He even saw him raise the dead. He really, truly loved his friend and swore he'd love him to the end. One thing he did not understand was the main thing that Jesus planned: to suffer death for sinful men and then to rise to life again. See the picture? Now, Jesus had some enemies, men who were filled with jealousies. One night they sent a well-armed band who captured him at their command. Then Peter, although filled with fear, cut off a nearby servant's ear. But Jesus said, "Put up your sword. Do you not know I am the Lord? 12,000 angels would help me if I had chosen to be free." And then Jesus' friends all ran away. They were so scared they would not stay. So this is Peter, and this is Jesus, and they're arresting him. Yeah. Soon Peter quietly came near to get a chance to see and hear what they would do with Jesus now, or if he might escape somehow. One of the maids began to share. She said to Peter, "You were there. You're one of Jesus' friends, I know." And then two others said, "It's so." This is Peter. And they're realizing that Peter is one of Jesus' disciples. But each time Peter said, "Oh no," he even swore it wasn't so. He didn't want to say it's true. He'd feared he'd be arrested too. Just then Jesus was led close by, and sadness showed in Jesus' eye. The reason wasn't his arrest, but that poor Peter failed the test. Then Peter cried and cried and cried. He was so sorry he had lied. He promised he'd stay to the end, but then betrayed his dearest friend. Do you see this is Jesus? And he's arrested, and Peter has realized what he has done. Have you ever told a great big lie, then felt so bad you had to cry? Jesus forgave his friend, it's true, and Jesus has forgiven you. The end. Well, we know that in the book of John, it says that Jesus did have a conversation with Peter, and he did forgive Peter for lying and saying that he did not know who Jesus was. And I can tell you, my friends, that Jesus will forgive you for if you lie, if you just ask. And so even though this was kind of a sad story, it does have a happy ending, knowing that Peter was forgiven for what he had done, and Jesus will always forgive you as well if you just ask. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope you're enjoying this weather. Until next time, bye, my friends.